I'm a facilitator, which means that I have responsibility for bringing people together for experiences of learning, growth, and expansion, ultimately so that they can drive change. In order for them to drive change, they need to be bold, to take risks, to be willing to stretch themselves and to be uncomfortable. They need to be able to make bold choices, whether that's in their personal life, their professional life, or in their activism work. I used to get told to make bold choices a lot when I was training to be an actor. Actors need to be bold, to be playful, to take risks. And it was when I was doing academic research on group dynamics in acting training that I started using the term bold spaces. You will have heard of safe spaces before, spaces that facilitate safety. You might have even heard of brave spaces before, which is a term mostly used for conversations around things like racism. These are spaces which facilitate the bravery we need to tackle complex socio-political topics. Bold spaces are spaces which facilitate boldness, and it's a bit more playful as a concept. There's an element of experimentation. In collaborative dynamics like acting training, we should understand each other as co-facilitators. We all have a responsibility for cultivating a bold space. I work with that concept in art spaces a lot in my professional practice, but on here I use it in a broader way. Even though I reach thousands of people on this app, my facilitative practice has to look different than how it looks when I have 20 people in a room for a workshop, because it's really one-on-one facilitation, but just on a mass scale. So what I'm doing here is helping people to cultivate a bold space within. We can co-facilitate bold spaces with each other, but that needs to start with a bold space within. A relationship with oneself that allows for risk-taking, playfulness, creativity, vulnerability, for getting outside of one's comfort zone, for challenging oneself. This is how we find authenticity and connection. Bold spaces consider the balance between what we want to be safe from and what we want to be empowered to do. Whenever I do exercises exploring bold spaces with groups and I ask them, what do you want to be safe from in a bold space? They always say judgment. Always. Judgment induces shame, and shame is counterproductive when pursuing boldness. So I seek to challenge the inherited beliefs that exist to drive shame. Many of these inherited beliefs are related to gender and they are very powerful, but there's all sorts of inherited beliefs that we can challenge in order to facilitate boldness. And that's a key focus of what I do on here.